The floating or float season is considered typical of the southwestern region of Vietnam. The float season not only desalinates water and accumulates silt, but also brings plenty of aquatic specialities.
This is why the rice farmer becomes the fisherman when the wet season comes. I'm here in one of the last fields in the Tik Binh district. During the rainy season, there are only two modes of transport. That's by bridge or by boat. On average, most families have about 2 boats. Vietnam has 2 seasons. It has the wet season and the dry season. But it's the wet season that the people of the south are very eager to get back to because it brings in a lot more money and a lot more opportunity.
From the beginning of July, floodwaters move downstream the Mekong River. Some are 2 meters deep in water. For generations now, local residents have lived in floating houses in the rainy season. In other regions like the northern and central regions, people fear floods, but residents of the Mekong Delta eagerly wait for the season every year, as they thrive from sales of huge hauls of fish, aquatic animals and specialities like dien dien flowers or water lily.
Chào.
Mr. Trung's family has lived here for over 18 years in the Tik Binh district, and during the dry season work here is very hard. They have to work in the field when there is no water planting rice, but there are many other people also trying to get rice for their families, trying to work hard, and so their whole life is better off during the rainy season because there's more opportunities, they can make more money fishing, there's less people trying to compete for food, so he can focus all his energy on catching fish, making more money, and helping to pay for his family.
Cái gì? Cái gián. Nè đem vô mình làm này nè.
Ok.
Rồi nó bắt cá. Nếu mà mai tốt quá, đẹp nó có cá nhiều.
Khó không?
Khó.
Khó?
Đâu
Yeah.
thử làm á.
So in and out, yeah?
Cái đó làm sai rồi, làm kỹ lần chút. Làm như vậy là con cá nó không có chạy nhiều, thấy không? Làm chặt rồi, lại này làm chặt rồi nè, gì nè, nè từ đây là tới đây mất tháo ra bỏ rồi, hiểu không?
Hiểu.
Mai kỹ là gì nè.
Better.
Dày lên chút, dày lên gì nè.
So smaller, yeah?
Ok. Thấy không?
Hiểu.
Nắm gì nè.
Nắm
cái tay lòn xuống dưới này, cái tay này là lòn giống như tôi nắm gì đó. Mai dày lại gì nè, thấy không? Mai cho nó kỹ mới được, chứ mai mở vô mở ra cái nó chạy nó lủng lỗ hết trơn, con cá nó đi ra hết trơn à. Rút cái kim này đi rồi cái tay tôi chỉ cho lòn xuống. Đó. Buông cái thân nó.
I felt kind of embarrassed because she was so good at sewing. I'm very good at keeping the string very close together, whereas I was doing it very loosely and couldn't keep a straight line. So I didn't feel skilled enough to make a net. Like my feeling is okay.
Chưa đâu, mắc tháo ra. Mắc tháo ra mai lại.
Not
sai
very good.
Rồi, cái đó sai. Tháo ra mai lại y gan gì nè. Thấy không?
Okay, if you look at mine here,
Được, cái đó thì được đó.
it's very, very loose. If you look at how well made hers is, very, very tight, very well made. And see, it's very hard to make this without making a hole in it. And if the hole is too big, fish get out. You can see this one on the right is mine, this one on the left is his. As you can see, his on the left is a lot sharper than mine on the right, and I don't think mine would last very long underwater. So you can see his curve there will keep the net underwater a lot more efficiently than mine, which is not very good. And I don't think this will hold the net very long at all. Okay, it's been 2 weeks and Ko-sung and Tu-sung, and it's been 2 weeks and the net is finally finished, and we're going to go out and we're going to plant it under the water and see if we can catch any fish. Okay. Mr. Tum's boat is very, very light, and because I'm very tall, when you're standing on the boat, it rocks quite a lot, and so when I went to step out of the boat, I tripped and fell in and looked very stupid.
Vui không? Giòn chắc cao đứng đụng chắc chứ. Ông nói cụ nắm tay kìa chú đâu.
Can't hold my breath very long. In the daytime, helping him was very difficult. He wanted me to push the steak into the net, into the ground, but you had to do it underwater. And under the water was very brown and I couldn't see anything. And it was really difficult to try and find a place to push the wood into the ground. Finally accomplished it. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, two. He just pulls me to the bottom and I have to force the steak into the bottom of the net. And then when I come out, I have to push my heel back into the ground. It's harder than it looks. As you can see here, this net, the fish have nowhere to go. They can't get through this net. So the fish move around and they are forced under this into this next trap here. Then the fish in here, again, have nowhere to go and they are forced into a smaller trap at the end here. The fish then move under into a trap that gets smaller and smaller into the net you were shown earlier being made in the house. And then at the end of the net there is a zip where all the fish will be caught. And the fish cannot come back.
Cái ra tự nhiên nha, đẹp lắm á.
When I first came here, the first thing I saw was the hut. It seemed very simple, very quiet, and at the same time very beautiful. And see, most things here are made of wood. There doesn't seem to be a lot of electricity, not many electrical goods. And it's all very simple. It's all very homemade, very natural. I have never seen a place anywhere in the world that is this flat and this full of water. The first time I came here, it looks like something out of a movie. It doesn't look real at all. It looks like a set from a movie. It's very beautiful, very quiet. The sound of the water is very nice, but at the same time, it's very surreal, and it doesn't feel like it's a real place. Okay. Yeah, when we were cooking in the middle of the night, it was very, very dark. I couldn't see, there was smoke in my eyes, but we still had to cook. We had to cook for maybe 3 hours. Cooking a fish soup was a new experience for me. Usually when I'm in Saigon, I'm very lazy. I buy street food or takeaway. Here, we had to make the whole dish from scratch. Everything we made the food with was caught outside the house. Nothing was bought or paid for. Everything was caught and made by everything that was outside the house.
Hơn ký à?
Tôi kêu cho điện ngân qua đi, chắc.
Thấy gì điện trước chứ được không?
Tôi kêu cho điện ngân qua đi.
Hơn ký, cái bánh ký.
Năm nay thua.
Ký, năm nay thua rồi.
Hả?
Lục lạc động cù lắm rồi.
Chạy hả?
Ừ.
Cũng dám đâu nào.
When we started eating and the neighbours started singing folk songs and everyone together started singing, and it was very beautiful because outside there's nothing, it's very dark, it's very quiet, but in here it was very loud and it's a very nice atmosphere. Everyone here, it's kind of like a community, nobody is left alone, everybody has to join in, everybody is together, it's like one small community, everybody is one. Outside it's very quiet, very peaceful, and yet in here there's a lot of energy and everyone is having a good time. At first, when I first saw them, I felt very sad for them, and then now I've met some of them, they're all very happy, they work very hard, but they all seem very peaceful and very welcoming, very nice people.
Vui tiếng ca đêm nay ngày mai đường xa muôn lối cho núi kia cao cao lòng ta nào nùng nao vô đường dài dáng đi mừng liên quan hát vang cuộc đời.
I was very surprised because it was all very quiet, everyone was eating, and then the voice was very loud, very heavenly. Seems like they have two separate lives. They have their life when they work very hard, long hours, and then they come in here, they relax, they have some wine, and they relax by singing.
Tự nhiên cái lãnh đạo đang chợ được cái này.
Chú anh ơi, chị vẽ điện nè.
Chú Kênh ơi, cái đèn đi vẽ bông điện.
Okay. Ah. Okay. Thank you.
Vẽ gì này đi chợ luôn, bán luôn.
Dintin flour is a speciality of the southwestern cuisine, but farmers have to work very hard in order to earn a living from this flour. They often have to wake up at midnight to collect the flowers before they blossom. Flowers collected at the right time are most tasty.
This is the dindin tree, and during the wet season it grows these, which is the dindin flower, and they are used and made into many different dishes and are very tasty. During the dry season, this whole area will be used to grow rice. But during the wet season, the dindin tree will grow up again, and next year they will grow more dindin flowers. And here, many. So during the night we had to go fishing, and I had to be in the water, maybe neck height, catching the fish that we made the trap with the night before. And it was very weird for me to go fishing so late at night. It wasn't too bad, it was quite warm, but it was still quite shocking to be in the water at 3 a.m. looking for fish.
Look. Tích cực không bột em?
It's not so good. The lifestyle here for the fishermen is very different from the traditional fishermen. Usually the Western fishermen will work during the day or the early mornings. Here it seems like they usually wake up about 1 a.m, work very, very hard during the early mornings, have a short break round about 10 a.m, and then work hard all day again. They work throughout the night and throughout the day, but I think at night time is where they really work hard. During the night, there are no street lights out here, it's complete darkness. You can see the stars, it's very beautiful, and the only kind of light is the headlights they wear in the boat. And they control the boat very well, considering all they have is one light on their head. Still very, very early. The sun started to rise. It looked very beautiful, but people were still on their way to market. The day was still very young. People had to work very hard throughout the rest of the day. And the day was just starting for some people, whereas for us, it was ending. We saw the sunset. We knew soon it would be time to go to bed, whereas their day was almost just beginning again. When we arrived at the market, it was very, very early in the morning. So many children sleeping on the boat, there were people getting their fish together, counting how many fish they had, how much stuff they had to sell at the market. There was a lot of hustle and bustle. Many people trying to sell fish, water lilies, dindin flower. It was very loud, very noisy. Everybody was trying to sell very quick, very fast, to sell their product. We arrived at the market quite late. We arrived there maybe 5:45, 6 a.m. and even this was too late. Many people did not want to pay a certain price. They wanted cheaper fish, cheaper dindin flowers, and so Mr. Tung's wife lost some money, and it was a very weird experience being up so early, yet we got there too late. Mười ngàn thôi.
Trời ông nội tao bao tu.
Rồi, 10 yên. 8 kg là chuyện rồi.
10.000 hả?
Yeah. Rè. Body.
Trời ơi.
Body, 10 à.
Mua 10.000 hả?
10.000.
Rồi bán 10.000 đi.
30 à.
5,5.
Here, so you have to be more aggressive in how you sell things. You can't be you have to say like, you buy this now, cheap, expensive. So you have to bargain. You have to be quite forward.
Không nghĩ khách tàn hay nhiều quá.
The farm market is where people go to sell their fish, to sell their water lilies, their dindin flowers, everything they have grown or caught themselves. People will go there to sell their merchandise. So many people arrive by boat. When we arrived there were many boats, and the whole family would come together to help sell the stock. Probably not. It was very, very, very hard work today. And I don't know how they do it every day, but they do. It's really hard work. The trip here has been amazing. It's been an eye-opener to the culture and the way people live here. I've seen a lot of things here that I would never see otherwise, and I've learned a lot from the local people here. The life here is a lot quieter, a lot more simple. People here seem, even though they're working harder, they seem to be happier, always smiling.
Buồn thương chiếc áo phông sương, đò ai không bên họ, đò ai không bên dân dương câu